Hey guys, Norchetto here. Thanks for stopping back in. So we had some pretty big news leaked the last couple days, and that is the final 2 players needed for the Atlanta team to reach the 8-player minimum for Season 2. Now, in Season 1, all you had to have was 6 players. Florida Mayhem was, I believe, the only team that only had 6 players from the beginning of the season. But they have bumped that up for what I can only assume are reasons, including, making sure players can take time off or they're allowed to have sick days, basically. So, it's a pretty smart move to have some backup for these teams, for these players. But we have hit that mark. Now, to catch us back up, we had 6 players leaked previously. We had our tank line, Pokpo and Daco, leaked from Element Mystic, the Korean contenders team. We had the Chinese contenders team, Lucky's in the Future. Their one of their DPS players, Erster, was leaked for the Atlanta team. One of the support players for Team Germany and also for Six Snakes, Kodak, was leaked as one of our players. We had Inlayer from last night's Leftovers. One of our DPS players, a hit scan DPS player, was leaked for our team. And then Defran from being Defran. I mean, come on. He used to be on Team Selfless. We talked about Defran. Yeah, he's going to be back. So, moving on from those 6 players, the only one we really needed is a second support player, and we picked that up in a person named Massa, who is a Finnish player, plays for Team Giganti in European contenders, who have a great record, and is currently playing for Team Finland in the World Cup. And they did make it through the Incheon stage of the qualifiers, and we will be seeing him perform at BlizzCon, so keep an eye out for him. On top of him, we picked up an American player by the name of Gator. Now, Gator is a Reinhardt player. Not only is he a Reinhardt player, he is a monster Reinhardt player. He is one of the best Reinhardt players that you can see playing these days. He plays for Goats, and you probably know Goats from the 3-3 metacomp that you're seeing running around with 3 tanks, 3 supports, just kind of steamrolling points and not dying. Gator helped come up with that. He helped mastermind that, and he was the Rhine player that pioneered that comp. Very intelligent player, very talented, very skilled, and from what I understand, very vocal in comms, very aggressive and really communicative, and kind of brings the team together to perform well together. Really excited about all of that. What I'm not excited for is this is another very divisive player because of his history. Now, Goats is a great team, but a lot of the people he's played with have just been straight assholes, like just really toxic people. The name Kaluge and Boostio come up a lot. And he kind of slid right in there with them. He also was banned for a year for boosting, and he's been accused of win trading and throwing games and just a whole bunch of really awful toxic shit. Now, the only thing I'm really going to say about that is boosting is something that a lot more pros have done than I think any of us would really like to admit. From what I understand, the early days of Overwatch, it was way more widespread than anyone cares to admit, and that a lot of the people in the Overwatch League now have boosted in the past and haven't really faced any repercussions for it. So that was a pretty serious ban he got. And when it comes to boosting, my attitude of that is don't do it. But if you do it, do your time, get back on the horse, keep playing, and don't do it. The more concerning stuff is definitely the toxicity, and all I can really say to that is I really hope that, much like Defran, when we can pull him away from a toxic environment with other toxic people, when we can put him in a stable, week in, week out, salaried, very professional setting, hopefully he will straighten up. The man has a great mind. He's a great player. He's got great mechanics. He needs to grow up, and hopefully from the team that's being built and from what it seems like Coach Brad is trying to do, I can see that being the strategy, to really sign some players that need to be given a second chance as long as they can straighten up. And if they straighten up, guys, we have a strong team. On paper, this is looking like a very, very well put together squad that can accomplish a lot. Now, I don't want to lean too much into how it looks on paper. I know in Season 1, Seoul Dynasty looked to sweep Season 1. They dropped off pretty hard. Boston Uprising was supposed to be the joke of the league, and I think they were the only ones that actually had an undefeated stage. So putting stock in what things look like now as to how this team is going to perform next year, it's not something we really want to do. And yeah, so it looks great on paper. We can speculate that all we want. But this seems like our team, and all we can go on is what it looks like on paper and how these people have performed in the past. And we're looking good. We're looking super strong. So really all we are really waiting for right now is potentially more people signed, because we can get I think we get 4 more up to the 12-person limit. And then branding, which, speaking of branding, I am still giving away $20 on the F5 season giveaway video. I'll put it in the description. Literally just go hit subscribe and put a comment saying that what you think the team name, team colors, and logo is going to look like. And yeah, win $20. Anyway, so moving on from that, there was another rumor that was circulating, and it was some guy on Twitter happened to put something up, got picked up and put on Reddit, and Coach Brad actually came out and responded. And how do I know this? Because it was me! It was me! I did it! I did the thing! So let me give you a little background about what happened. Over the course of about 10 hours, a couple days ago, I saw from 3 different sources and 3 different people minor speculation and some guesses that Kaluj, who's one of Gator's friends, one of his toxic asshole friends, was also getting signed and picked up. Now, most of the time, if it's just a rumor like that, I don't have inside sources. I don't know anyone on the team. I don't know anyone in the league. I generally don't like just spreading rumors. The difference here was that over the course of about 10 hours or so, I saw 3 different sources talking about this. So I put it out there. I wanted to see what happens if you shake the tree, if anything falls out, and something did. All things considered, it was not accurate, but Coach Brad actually came out on Reddit and immediately dismissed it, said this is not true, this has never been true, which is interesting because you'll notice that all of the other signings that have been leaked, he hasn't been around to say anything about them. So at the very least, I'm going to go ahead and take credit for a little bit of, sealing that this is definitely the team, because he shot down what I said. He didn't shoot down DeFran. He didn't shoot down Kodak or the Element Mystic guys. So let's look at the silver lining here. But yes, I was jebaited. I got fed some very loose information. I put it out there to see what would happen, and no, it is absolutely not true. Please don't believe anything I say as an actual leak or fact. Anything that I put out like that is definitely going to be a rumor. Again, no inside information. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of these signings, especially people like Gator and DeFran and their super divisive personalities, and whether or not you're happy to have them or any concerns you have. I think at this point, all we're really missing is our branding, and whenever that comes through, I'm really excited about seeing what we can do about looking into merch, making some mock-ups of jerseys and skins. It's gonna be great, guys. It's gonna be great. So until next time, I'll talk to you guys later.